We have just learned that the fight broke out in the parking lot of the Burger King behind me, and when cops got here, they found the victim, a 26-year-old man with stab wounds to his hands, to his neck, and to his legs. Police are no longer here this morning. They have left the scene, and now neighbors in this community are left to wonder what happened overnight and why was a man's body left in the middle of the road. Well, investigators will try to bring the boat ashore either today or tomorrow, but they say it's not an easy task because it is still submerged under 60 feet of water. Now, this is the fire department barbecue wars. I don't know if you guys know this, but this is intense. Charlie, tell me what we're doing here. The ban goes into effect May 14th, and signs will be posted all over Penn Station and on station platforms informing riders to ditch their drinks before they get on. And we're live in Hicksville. I'm Jill Conway, News 12, Long Island. 3 people were on that plane and only 1 survived. The pilot and a female passenger were killed. Now take a look over my shoulder now. The wreckage of that plane is still on the ground this morning, covered by trees and debris. And no doubt it was a sleepless night for many residents here on Helene Avenue who frantically tried to save their lives.
707 headquarters, we got a down plane, hit a dumpster. What is that? There's a man inside burning.
A dramatic call after a single-engine plane fell out of the sky and crashed into a Shirley neighborhood. The small aircraft had just attempted takeoff from Calabro Airport shortly before noon yesterday. To their horror, neighbors witnessed the flight's tragic last moments.
I just seen the airplane going down in front of my house.
Melvin Tresto and his sister Jacqueline tried desperately to rescue the passengers inside.
We could have
saved hard to get him out, and we couldn't.
Her boyfriend, using a garden hose, tried to douse the pilot, who was burning in front of her eyes.
We're keeping him wet and trying to keep him from burning to death in front of us. I mean, he was burning alive inside that aircraft. He was trapped.
The passengers, Jane Unjum and her husband, were able to get out of the plane and collapsed on the ground. Neighbors were wetting them down with another hose and towels.
They burned all over their bodies and nobody else was here, so I had my shirt off with my shirt on them, wet towels to cool them down.
Now, the identity of the pilot has not yet been released. The female passenger, we're told, was 60-year-old Jane Unjum of Goshen, New York. She was an assistant school superintendent there. Her husband, Eric, 61 years old, is now at Stony Brook University Hospital fighting for his life this morning. In Shirley, I'm Jill Conway, News 12, Long Island.
Think of my son.
Carmita Barrows is lost in grief. Her heart breaks every moment without her teenage son, David. The 16-year-old junior at East Hampton High School took his own life last month. His sister says it's because he was relentlessly bullied in and out of school for several reasons.
For the language, for he was kind of gay, for his personality, for his sexual orientation.
His mother says David was a good, kind boy who wanted to become a pilot someday. While he was seeing a therapist for his emotional issues, she says he never told her about the bullying troubles in school.
I was asked too many times, and to him, something happened at school, something wrong. No, Mom, everything is good.
Carmita says she only found out her son was bullied days after his death. She says she is upset with school officials because no one ever told her. David's family now wants school officials to investigate further, find out who the bullies were, and have them disciplined. The school district issued a statement saying it is deeply saddened by David's death. It attempts to meet the needs of all students and offers gay, straight alliance clubs and suicide prevention programs. Tonight, in response to David's death, Legally's David Kilmanick is hosting a community meeting at the high school on how to stop anti-gay bullying.
Look to coming up with a community solution so that no other kid feels like they have to take their life because they feel alone and isolated and because they're bullied.
In East Hampton, Jill Conway, News 12, Long Island.